Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi on Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF, as we like to call it. um, First of all, Happy New Year. It's a brand new year, shiny like a penny, new penny. Let's try not to tarnish it. No, I think it's going to be a good new year for everybody. I think it's what you make of it. So make it a good one. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody had a safe weekend. Had a good weekend, good New Year's. I know it's Tuesday and that was like days ago. It's weird. I got my camera set up different. It's higher, it's by itself. It's not attached to the laptop. So looking at it, it's weird looking at a higher camera. Ida Bustamante, how are you? Paulie T. What's up, Jimbo? Good to see you. Chopper, what's up, man? Long time no see. Paul Holland, how are you? Mr. Lee, good to see you. I think I said hi to Scotty. I know I read it. Hey, Stevie. Long time no see. Who else is in here? Sharon Guy, how are you? What's up, Rex? Papa Craig. Chicken Legs, how's it going? It's a new name. It's funny. I'm afflicted with chicken legs. I got thin thighs. Like my calves are bigger than my thighs. What else? Just scrolling through, seeing who else is here. Dawn of the Dead, what's up, man? Scott LaFleur. Good to see you guys. Hopefully you're still in chat, still watching. Let me start over. Gary Spike Sr., how's it going, Senior? Last of the Wilds, what's up, Charlie? Jamie, how are you? Hey, Judy. Batman, what's up? Charlie, yeah, I enjoyed that, what you did so far. He's doing a documentary, and I am going to narrate it. And right now he's working on a script, and see how it goes. But yeah, I like the narrated by the graphics you did. That was cool. Megan, how's it going? She says, hello from God's country, Mississippi. Fly by Stu, what's up, man? So yeah, it's same old. Anybody wants to come on tonight and say Happy New Year, say what's up? I'm gonna post the link in chat, and anybody can come on. If you got something to say, you just want to say hi, you don't have to come on camera if you don't want to. Bottom of the screen, you can click off stop camera, and it'll just look like this. Well, close, but not like that. Yeah, if you click on the link and you follow the directions, the instructions, it's pretty self-explanatory. And if you do come on, just make sure that you don't have YouTube on the background, just the StreamYard, so we don't get that nasty echo. Now, I know Stevie's out in the hallway because I can hear myself. She just turned it off. I heard you coming. Yeah, so Stevie just came back in. So again, like I said, if you If you want to come on, just click on the link. I'll be spamming the chat for the rest of the night. Yeah, we had a good New Year's. We ended up going down and hanging out with Richie Evans and his crew for the past for the past couple days. That's Dawn and Nikki. It was really good. Thank you so much for having us. And we were there for Christmas, and they're just great people. Very, very awesome people. Thank you. Who do we have back here? Papa Curious and Papa Carlos Santana.
Hey, how you doing, Mugs? I'm speaking English because a lot of people in chat aren't Espanol, and Papa Craig is busy, so I'll be Papa Carlos. Voila, here I am.
What's up, man? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, dude. How was it? Was it good? Everything was good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we like I just said, tell everybody else if you didn't hear it. We went down to Richie Evans' house and hung out down there for the weekend. Yeah, we were down there for Christmas Eve and part of Christmas Day. Also, Bat Mom, Richie's doing good. She said, "How was Richie feeling after the surgery?" He's all right. Yeah, it was a good time. My dogs get along with their dogs, so it worked out. We always have a good time down there.
Did he feed? He's good. Awesome.
They're like family now.
So,
all right, you're breaking up.
Harmony, bliss in the universe.
Indeed.
But what I want to know is, did Richie and his old lady try to plump you up like the lady in Hansel and Gretel? You were leaving breadcrumbs and they try to fatten you up.
No.
Awesome, dude. That's great. What the fuck? I Blockbeard's usually in charge of that, but he's drunk and the crow's that's fucking passed out. I'm not even trying to get him. You get it? Nope. So I just called Happy New Year. Everybody had a good time. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's scary, you know what I mean? Because you think about the world really and where we going, where we been, and where the hell we headed, and not a lot of that seems too fucking inviting, man.
No, it's not encouraging.
Nah, I would agree. I mean, I like to come on here and spread a little laughter, a little cheer, a little stupidity, because I'm good at all of those. But
a lot of stupidity.
I'm guaranteed. I'm a dumb motherfucker. I'm not the first to tell you.
Megan says, question, Mogs, will you be attending any conferences in 2022? There's a good chance of it. Where? I'm not sure yet. I'll be out west. So, I don't know. I'll be looking up towards Washington and Oregon and see if there's any conferences up that way. I could make it up that way. I don't think they have conferences in Arizona, but maybe we'll start one.
But Mo, in all honesty, pressing, and if something like if a conference was coming here, right? And I know you want to get back. I know you want to get back west for your dad and your family and all that. And I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes, but if something was here in a week away from when you were leaving, would you stay to do it? Because you're already here, right? I mean, I'm just saying, because you have the opportunity.
It depends on. Well, when are you talking? When's that conference?
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying I'm gonna fucking pluck Joe fucking past his ass to fucking get you to stay here a little longer, and then maybe then you can go back west. I'm just saying, it's.
I know. There's a conference coming up here in Florida. I think it's this month. It's probably in
dude,
2
I would
weeks.
really like to have a good old time. Me, you, Annan, fucking Pass, get a bunch of guys together, you know what I mean? And just hang out and just kick the shit and fucking chew the fat and do whatever we do and have a good time. Not dictated by criteria and fucking we gotta get fucking flair on this and that. That's bullshit.
Oh no, fuck
that's
that.
not fun. I mean, I want to go hang out with people that want to drink beer and have fun and laugh. I know you don't drink. I'm just saying. And
I get it.
And dude, once you put that seam in the thread, right? That shit's like. it's contagious. You know what I mean? Because it's real. You people, everybody's real. You know what I mean? It's like we're not trying to pretend we're not who we are. That's why I love your show, dude. I love your show because you don't give a fuck what anybody else does. You do your thing, and that's what I love. You stand for what you believe. Nobody's telling you what's going on WTF. You're telling them, hey, what the fuck? No, it's WTF. What's the fascination? And I love that.
Thank you.
I really, really do, Russ. I really, really do. You can't be bought or sold. You're not a commodity. You're WTF. We're not in a trade. We're not an element. We're not on the fucking New York Stock Exchange. We're working on it.
Jimbo says, no way, Paulie. We're going to take Mogs fishing.
Dude, I do that in a minute. I'm going to show him that he couldn't catch a fish if it jumped in his pocket.
Well, wouldn't he have technically have caught it then?
No, you couldn't because it jumped in your pocket. You didn't catch it. He saw you and said, "Oh my God, there's Willie Nelson. I want an autograph." He jumped in your pocket.
I'll
Just
fish
kidding,
you under.
dude.
I'll fish you under the boat.
Just kidding. I'm sure you're a great fisherman, dude. A friend of mine told me that joke years and years ago because I went out with all these guys and they were all catching fish and I couldn't catch one if it jumped in my pocket. and he said, dude, fish just don't jump in your fucking pocket. You got to earn it. You know what the fuck you're doing. And then the next day, everybody didn't catch a fish and I caught like 40 and I was like, yeah, I guess
there you go.
All the fish jumped in my pocket.
Payback's a bitch.
Standing joke. Yeah, it's funny. But anyway, he was a fucking smart man. Good captain too. Tuna fishing and all, man. Fucking sword fishing.
Where were you fishing?
If you went out tuna fishing, you were going out. Oh God,
Mud hole or the canyon.
Canyons. No, you were going south. Not even Massachusetts. South of Rhode Island. Canyons, and there's a place called the Dump. A bunch of places when you get out there, and and the swords are there. Swordfish are there. And back in the days, they were like sunfish. They would just lay on top of the water. You know what I mean? And you could fucking harpoon them, and you could roll right up on them because they were just sitting there sunning themselves. It's like them two dudes that were in the video. It's a fucking whale. You remember that video? Did you see that? The two dudes, they were out and they caught a sunfish, and they didn't know what the fuck.
Oh, they didn't know what it was.
Yeah, they didn't know what it was. He's like, holy shit, we're calling the environmental agency and this and that. And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking whale. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a fucking sunfish, you idiot.
Yeah, I used to go out bluefish and we'd see them out off the coast, while we were out there. Those things are huge. Yeah, there's no mistake. There's no mistaking them.
They just sit there. They don't give a rat's ass. They're getting sun. They're like an old person that looks like an orange peel. You know what I mean? On the beach. I'm getting sun.
We'd see them at night too.
I never saw one at night.
Also we'd always see squid. Schools of squid when we were out fishing. Dude.
Squid comes through here a couple times a year. And it's great to catch them. You know what I mean? You catch them.
With the squid jigs?
Yep. You catch 4 or 5 of them on one jig, 2 jigs stacked together. But, we use them for calamari and we use them for bait, And and other people are just like, oh, my God, these things are huge. And they can't believe that you're catching them fucking 5, 6 at a time. But, it's a short window, man. Again, you know what I mean? It's not. Well,
it's cool when you're on out fishing at night because you have the lights on. The party boat, they have the lights right on
too. That's the best.
And you see it's so cool to see schools of them.
They come right up. They're like, oh, somebody knows what they're doing over there. They're reading a book. Let's go hooked on that jig.
Mark Dodman, how's it going?
Tight lines, Mark. Tight lines.
Indeed.
But yeah, it's not like Rhode Island. And you're like, I got 17 kids and they don't want to go to bed. They got ADD and I got no Ritalin. So I'm going to go look for a short foot.
Danny Stair, what's up?
I love you, kid.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody had a good New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Hoosier, what's up? Hey, Jen.
And since I can't be Papa Craig because, he's in Alaska and shit, and he's like all out in the Great White West or whatever that is. I don't even know where the fuck he's at. Maybe he's Northwest or whatever it is. Because I'm not geographically correct. I'm a Northeast guy, so the hell do I know? Siri doesn't even understand fucking Boston lingo. She's like, "Yeah, Siri, why don't you take me around the bus?" She's like, "I don't understand. I cannot type that in text." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? It's around the block."
It's funny because you sound more New York than Boston.
Yeah, because I'm a little farther south. Exactly. People tell me that it's an insult. What are you from, New York? I'm like, shut the fuck up. No, I don't. Sorry, I'm kidding. I don't mean that. I should quit swearing. But anyway.
Why?
No, but yeah, it's
All right,
funny.
guys,
You're
I'm
right.
slacking. I didn't.
A lot of people tell me that I have more of a New York accent than I do a Boston accent. Because
You
they're
do,
like,
man.
I'm going to go to the bar, get in my car,
Con,
and I don't want to go
fuck
too
in the
far.
yard.
And yeah, it's very deliberate in the way they pronounce their R's, because they're like the size of the Empire State Building and King Kong. And see the R's like, holy shit, it's King Kong. Hey. Anyway.
Yeah, you definitely sound more New York.
Yeah. I'm queer too. I'm from New York. What the fuck?
Whatever. We don't
Yeah,
judge.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it was a nice show you had the other night. If I would have thought about it more, I probably would have wrote a little bit for every cast and character that's in my mind. There he is, my man, Mid-South.
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Working diligently, putting out videos, putting arrows on shit. I'm like, dude, you're making this shit way too easy.
Man, if I don't put the arrows in, somebody is out there hollering, why don't you put some arrows on it? Circle it.
No, I got you, man.
If I do circle it, everybody's saying, don't circle it. You're making shit up. So it's either one way or the other.
Jump in too. Here we go. We're just having a regular old party.
What's up, Charlie?
What the hell? Somebody
how's it going?
Let's get busy.
Hear me okay?
Boggs, what's the temperature like there?
This one might be a wild card. Let's see about this one coming in. I don't know who this one is. Hold on. Looking for campers. What's up?
What's up, Mogs?
How's it going, man?
Not bad. How you been? How's
Good.
Do you guys get that home safe?
We did, man. We did.
Sounds good.
So do you mind if I mention who you are?
Sure.
This is Richie Evans, guys. Looking for campers.
Yes, I'm a camper. What's up? How are you?
I'm glad you came on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Lee. Where is he now?
I don't know, man. Mr. Lee,
Probably
you got
in London, hiding in a gay bar. Just speculating.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Mr. Lee, it's the first of the year. It's the new year. You said next year. Guess what, bitch? It's time.
Get your fucking string on Mogs' show tonight.
I have the power to ban you from my show forever if you don't come on tonight.
Looking for campers. You've got content on your channel?
No, sir. No, just friends with Mogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And an avid.
That is a good Sasquatch name, though. Looking for campers.
That's actually my.
Awesome I'd sub to it.
So that's my gamer tag. That's what it is. Looking for campers.
Okay.
I'm
a big gamer.
Want to do like stealing your underwear while you're not looking, but hey, looking for campers. The underwear is in it. What the fuck? I'm going both ways.
Okay, Paulie.
Yeah, Paulie.
Yeah.
So Charlie, what's up, man? How are you?
And not too bad. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes,
I'm using my tab.
Yeah, you're good. No, you're good.
All right, cool. Awesome. So, I'm doing okay. Recently I got diagnosed with COVID. Doing okay now. Recently tested negative, so doing fine. I didn't get it as bad as a lot of people did, so I mean, I'm thankful on that end.
Absolutely.
But, I still had to quarantine for like 10 days. So I get cabin fever really, really easily. So I've been sitting in here going nuts. So I do like a lot of hiking in my spare time. Spent a lot of time in the woods. Been interested in Bigfoot for as long as I can remember, and I've been to quite a few sites. I've talked to witnesses just over the years, and just the subject kept coming back up, and it was always a really big interest for me. And during my quarantine, I'm sitting here trying to think of something that I could do to keep from cracking up, and I realized I had all this footage from these trips. So I figured, well, I've been wanting to do a documentary anyway, and I have 80% of what I need, so might as well start working on it while I'm in my spare time. And I don't know how well it's going to show up, but this is some of the artwork that I have for it that Mose was talking about.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But I asked Mose to narrate for me, and he agreed to do it. Really, really excited about that.
I'm excited too.
He actually narrated one of his first shows was a story that I'd sent him about something I heard when I was younger. So I figured it would be really cool to include him in on this. And I mean, it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and just quarantine just kind of gave me the opportunity to kind of wrap everything up.
Well, there was a silver lining in that cloud. That's cool.
Yeah, I
Do you have
had to
any
find
others?
one
Man, I'll tell you
somewhere.
what.
I'd use my vacation time.
Okay.
I'm
He
sorry.
definitely has a voice for radio.
Got a face for it too.
Mogs has a voice for radio, video, sorry, whatever. And he
Right,
can go to the
Paulie.
VFW and sing like a motherfucker, so he's a win-win. No matter where you put him in, he's a win-win.
Right on.
Hey, Les, do you have any other drawings?
Artwork.
I do actually. One of the. Hang on, I gotta find one. I actually did one for a YouTube channel. Hopefully, I can find it.
I'm listening. What's up?
A guy
Was
I
it
know.
the Salsa Verde?
Derek, Sugar Britches.
There's a guy I know. He's going to be going on the next 168, and he has his own channel with his own group and everything, and he wanted to change logos. And one day he asked if, I kind of volunteered. I said, if you need a new logo, I'll see what I can do for you. And this is one that I did for them.
So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
All right, on.
Yeah, for sure.
I changed logos about 4 different times in the past 7 years.
Mid, that's okay though. You know what? A lot of people here. There's like 5 of us in this thing, right? I'm not seeing 10 people. There's 5 because I'm drunk halfway. But I tell you what, the hierarchy don't have no say in what the fuck is in these 5 windows right here. You know what? If you put it in their court, they're gonna have a lot to say. But right here, they got shit to say. So you know what? We're in a pretty good spot.
So what are you smoking? What are you drinking, Paulie?
Tonight, I'm drinking rum because I'm a pirate. But people get tired of hearing.
This is nicotine, by the way.
I love saying scallywag.
What is that?
I love
Nicotine?
saying shiver me timbers.
So what kind of rum do you drink, Paulie? Captain Morgan?
If I have my choice, it would be Kraken.
I watch this about pirates. They hear me make these. Oh, somebody gonna be walking the plank for this. It's over.
Like the $9.99 special edition. So, yeah,
I'm excited to be on here with Paulie. I never make it on here when he's in.
Stop it, man! Don't do that. It's just, nobody wants to hear me. They're tired of me, man. I'm a fucking one-trick pony. Nobody wants to hear that.
Hey, Paulie, I'm gonna get you some Flora rum.
Give all of you. You know,
You
but
hear me?
no one wants to hear what I have to say legitimately too, because a lot of people feel like I feel. So,
Hey, Paulie,
I don't know.
you listen?
Everybody wants to hear what you have to say.
Well,
Hey,
thank you,
Paulie.
Russ. I appreciate
Because you can,
that.
well, no, dude, you can come from both sides. You're, you know, you can do you're funny, but when you're serious, you're serious.
Switch hitter, bro.
Yeah, man.
We can go from the left, we can go from the right, from the middle all night. That's what we're here to do.
Isn't there a song? Never mind.
Yeah, what it's not. But anyway. Nah, you know, I mean, dude, life's fucking way
That's
too
just bull.
serious. I mean, there are moments where you need to fucking, you know, step on the brakes, tap the brakes, whatever you want to do it, and you know, think about what you're saying and what you're doing, right? But in reality, fucking humor cures a lot of the fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? But serious is still serious. You know, humor's never going to fix that. When it's something serious, it's serious. Like there are serious problems in government, and there are serious problems in a lot of things that we live with daily. But you know, being a drunk pirate who likes cracking rum, you can make fun of that all day and fucking laugh. It's fun. It's good. And
People
you get
come
to
here to
say
get away from
scallywag.
that.
What the fuck? Come on, man. That's fucking, who the fuck can do that?
We're just landlubbers.
Yeah, that's it. Ruger Ridge especially. That motherfucker don't come off the fucking land. He lives right on it. He don't even go near the lake. He's afraid to step to the shore.
I live in the mountains. The closest I get to the ocean's like earlier today at work, I tripped and fell in a puddle.
I bet you that was a
Surf's
deep ass
up.
fucking puddle. I'm gonna tell you what.
It was
Where in the
fucking
mountains do you live?
cold. Oh, that. I'm in
Richie's
Western North
near
Carolina.
Where? I'm sorry.
Western North Carolina. Not
Yeah,
too
Okay.
far from Tennessee.
All right. I used to live in
beautiful
Kentucky.
Beautiful country over there, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is.
It is, man. That's beautiful country. You're right near the Appalachians. You're right near the coast a little bit. You get the best of both worlds right there. You can go both ways, right? And then not gay way, but you can go fucking left. You can go right. You get mountains. You get beach. You get everything you want. And not have to see a guy
Honestly, I love the mountains through here. I was actually on the Parkway, like right before I got diagnosed with COVID. I had went to the Parkway with my brother, and we hiked up this trail on top of the mountain and just had this absolutely beautiful view. It'll actually be in the documentary. That's one of the places we went to.
All right.
Hey,
But
I
love the mountains.
never, ever, ever get to see that beauty, right? When you look at like the Smoky Mountains, man, when you get in there, I'm gonna tell you what, that's just breathtaking.
Okay, well,
Change
here's the thing.
attitude, everything.
Go ahead.
So the place we went to, it's called the Devil's Courthouse, and from the top of it, you can see 4 states: North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. And it is one of the most beautiful places I've been to. I love it there.
Never been there. I mean, I've been to North Carolina, stayed there for a couple months, but
equivalent to that up north when you're in Vermont. See the Vermont or New Hampshire, see Maine, you can see Vermont, New Hampshire, you can probably even see Rhode Island, but man, you gotta have like some spectacles on like Harry Potter and shit, because you ain't gonna on a not so clear day. But you can at least get 5 states for real. And I'll tell you what, it's breathtaking for real. It is. When you see that, you're like, what the fuck? You know, especially like in like foliage season, because all the colors and stuff, so you can see in all the valleys and everything, and it just pops, man. There's something that reaches deep inside you when you see that. It affects you, man. It does, because that was why, I guess that's why national parks were invented, right? So you could reset yourself. You could go there and, you know, become part of nature, and, you know, you can get away from the real world and all the bullshit that you deal with, and then reset yourself and enjoy nature. But no one told you there was Sasquatch and aliens and a bunch of other motherfuckers that were waiting to snatch your ass. So, you know, I mean, at the same time,
okay, so
beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Just don't get snatched.
Okay, so now here's the thing. I was the weird kid. Okay, now I can remember when I was a kid, my introduction to Bigfoot was not probably not the same as everybody else's. Okay, like most people, they see the Patterson film first, and that's their introduction. My introduction was watching The Legend of Boggy Creek with my grandmother when I was a kid. Okay, I was watching it with her and her sister. And I can remember her sister saying she wanted to go down there and look for that thing. And I'm like 5 years old going, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm with you. And that was my introduction to it. So
my introduction was Natural Geographic.
Ever since then, it's been in the back of my mind, but like it really didn't kind of hit home until I was in, I think it was like my freshman year of high school. I heard this really loud screaming coming from the mountain that was next to my home, and I'd never heard anything like that before. I never heard anything like that since. And the closest thing I've found were Bigfoot recordings. Now, I didn't record any of it, and I have no way to back it up or, dispute it in any way. So it's just something that reignited my interest in it. So ever since then, I've just, it's been a hobby, and it's honestly helped me through quite a few hard times. So it's been this really positive thing in my life, and I don't know, I love it so much.
That's awesome.
Definitely real. There's no doubt about that. But I want to pose this question to everyone. Like, when you see the Patterson Gilmore film or Gilman film, whatever it is, I don't know. If I'm thinking Pink Floyd right now, Dark Side of the Moon, and here's Patty running out of the bush, like, don't take a picture of me, right? You look at that ass, right? And so she eats a lot of tacos. Then you look at the boobs and go, they got hair on them. She don't have razors.
Wow.
No, I'm just trying to make you guys laugh. Shut up. I'm not being serious.
Well, that's right.
But anyway.
Oh my God.
As a juvenile, I just step in there and go, yeah, look, big booties, hairy boobies. Ooh. It's just not trying to woo anybody.
Paulie the sir makes a lot of the Bigfoot world.
Connor, what's up, man? Hey, Emma.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of fun to be had with this. I believe that this shit is real. I'm not discounting what anybody says because I don't know jack about jack. I don't know squatch about squatch. I don't even know if they really stink as bad as they say because I ain't whiffed them yet. But I'm going to tell you what, they smell like a skunk. They're getting kicked in the junk. I'm out of the fucking here. See you later.
Well, I know how I smell, so I mean, I can about imagine, something living in the woods. But
I smell like Old Spice Kraken. It smells good. Release the Kraken. I'm on your ass. Let's go. Party time.
LIB, what's up, Mike?
Mikey, you fucking sandbagger, you scallywag.
Mike or Patrick, what's happening, buddy?
Love that guy, Mogs. I'm going to tell you what. He don't doctor his videos. Mikey puts his shit out there, and you know what? He's got a good thing going on. So
hell yeah.
Whether you believe him or you don't, it's all good. He's not pretending to be anything he's not. And that's why I love that guy. Just like Mike? You, because you don't pretend, just like you don't pretend to be something you're not. You give everybody a chance and a platform, and it's not metal talk tonight, but you know what? I wish Gypsy Road would show up so he could take me home and I can get the fuck out of here.
Phil, see what's up.
Okay, so I want to bring something up real quick. I just saw something in chat. Stevie has a wonderful question. It says, are you going Hunley?
Who just dipped out? Who did we just lose? Oh, shit.
I can't see.
Hold on. Let me do it this way.
Still can't see. Oh, Paulie.
No, Paulie's still here. Charlie. Yeah, Mr. Lee, what you doing, man? We're waiting on you. It's the first show of the new year, man. You said next year. It's time. Oh,
Yeah, tell him to get his ass up.
Paulie jumped off. That's right. What were
Hey,
you
Mr.
saying?
Lee, it's time to
Rich?
get your ass to get up on the camera. I told you I was, but now you aren't. I don't know what the hell, Paulie. Paulie. Oh my God, Mr. Lee. Sorry. Get the names so screwed up.
Time is irrelevant, Stephanie? No, it's time, Mr. Lee.
Grow a pair of balls.
I'll
Be a
block
man.
you right now. I'll block you right now, dude. Let me pull up YouTube so I can do that. I can't do it from this side. It's sad it comes down to this, you know. It's sad it comes down to this. Talk about timing.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Let's see, Mr. Lee. Remove. I can put him in hide. I can hide user on this channel. I can remove him as a moderator. Put user in timeout. What do we do? What do you think, Mr. Lee? What do you want to do?
Hide his face if he's not man enough.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you come on, you can hide your face. You know,
You don't want to break the camera, please.
Stop camera, and he's saying no. Sorry, buddy.
Oh my God.
We tried.
Yeah. Don't know what to do.
It's a bloody wanker.
Which one do I push? Let's see if he changes
Not
color.
the red button.
Let's start with. Let's see. Took away his wrench. Let's see if that does anything. See,
shit, he
there
did.
is. He even says he's panicking. See, I do have the power, Mr. Lee. What else? I don't want to remove him yet because I like to see him sweat. Stevie B just said, "Nice knowing you, Mr. Lee."
Wow.
Okay, Mr. Lee, here you go. Here's the link.
Man up.
You know how to push it. I want to see you pop up backstage. Follow the directions, Mr. Lee. Just click on
If
the
I
link.
could do it, anybody could do it.
Directions. Turn off your YouTube in the background. If you don't want to be on camera, hit stop cam. He's saying no. He's not doing it.
Oh, he's a wuss, man. No chocolate chip cookies for him.
Looks like my buddy Hilton is driving a tractor. he's down in Australia, New Zealand. Looks like he's behind the wheel of a tractor. So yeah, Mr. Lee, yeah, I didn't forget about you. Don't worry.
Lands of the Wild. Had you ever seen one?
What?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. I want to. Like I said, it's been a lifelong interest. So I've gone to a few places, not as many as I would like. I would like to start traveling more. I would like to go out west, quite a few places. I would like to go to Falk, to Boggy Creek, Provo Canyon, Utah. I would like to go there. There's some really good video that came out of there that made it somewhere that I would like to go see. But I still have not seen one, and that's actually like number one on the bucket list. If I can see one, then I can die happy like immediately after that. But if I get 8, I'm fine. But
You're finally getting eaten. Come on, that's scary enough.
Well, Mogs, I love to lick a fucking cupcake,
things,
but
so.
I'm not coming on here live. You took away my blue wrench. I can't tighten blue balls. What the fuck?
I gave it back. Pussy. All right, let's see who Sonny is. Somebody's coming in named Sonny. Oh shit, there he is. Oh, Paulie bounced. Why is this doing this to me? All right, here we go.
What's up,
What's
guys?
up, man? How are you?
Man? Connor sent me over from Bigfoot Anon.
Oh yeah,
told
right
me to
on.
come check it out. He dropped me this link.
Very cool. Where are you from?
How you guys doing?
Good.
How are you today, Sonny?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm Sonny from Paranormal Chop Shop.
Oh, right on.
So, it's a show we have that we do on Friday nights at 6 Pacific time.
Where are you out of?
Fresno, California.
Oh, right on.
And then my co-host is out of Michigan. It's Chad Smith. And
why is that name
yeah.
familiar?
Chad Smith.
Yeah.
He's from SOR too, from chat. He's in there a lot. He's on a lot of
over with
Dave Scott.
Dave, yeah. All right, I know that name. Yeah, I know I've seen him around.
Chad Smith's also the drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers. A lot of people, when they hear his name, think of.
That's what rings a bell for me.
Yep. Yeah, that's not the Chad Smith. It's my co-host. I'd have autographed drumsticks all over this place.
Well, I subscribed anyway, so.
Yeah, and we do a morning show on his show. Tonight, I'm actually going to start doing SOR with Dave Scott tonight. That's supposed to be a secret, but since it's tonight, I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, right on.
I'll be doing it every Tuesday and Thursday. So he
told
me to come by here and check you guys out. Do you guys all have channels, or is this all your guys' channel?
No,
this is my
I have
channel.
no channel.
Okay.
Charlie doesn't do much with his channel, do you? He didn't do anything.
I do have a channel. Last a while, that's where the name comes from. It's mostly just my hiking videos, a lot of trail camera footage, things like that. I am working on a new one for the documentary. It'll be Strange Outdoors. So hopefully I'll have that up and running soon. I still have to finish writing the script for your narration, and I would like to get a couple of interviews to do on it. First and foremost, I would like to have somebody who has done Bigfoot research, especially in the Western North Carolina, Smoky Mountain, Blue Ridge area. I would also like to have somebody who knows quite a bit about Cherokee mythology, because a lot of the places I went to are like Judaculla Rock. The namesake for the documentary, it's this big stone, and the legend tied to it is actually very Bigfoot-esque. So I'd just like to sit down and just talk to a few people, and first and foremost, just kind of really round out the documentary and give it my best effort, and two, just to pick their brain and see what I can learn and find where I want to go next and what I want to do.
Right on, man. Yeah, that's Yeah, that's gonna be good.
You think?
Yeah, for us, we've been doing paranormal stuff, just everything paranormal. If it's ghosts, or sometimes we have mediums on our channels doing readings. And I've had Jim Goodall on there. Me and Chad have, and Michael Schratt just came on. Connor did the morning show.
Oh yeah.
On. That was awesome. Man, that guy's good. He's good, dude. He's got so many good stories. And yeah,
Don't tell him
what
that.
we've been doing. So it's nice to meet all you all.
Yeah,
I
my experiences are paranormal, but I got hooked on Bigfoot, listening to stories and hanging out with everybody, and figured, hey, I could do this. So here we are.
My cousin, he filmed something from a long ways away with his phone. He had an iPhone though, and he's not a photographer, man. He's not a camera guy. Where we hunt here in California, guys, if you were to kill a 400-pound black bear, that is a big bear in California. Our bears don't get very big, so that's a good sized bear, man. That's a big one. He's got something filmed climbing a cliff that we know what the cliff is because it's in the area we hunt here. And this thing goes from bottom to top. And when it gets to the top, there's trees at the top of this cliff that you can see thrown out of the top of the mountain. And you size that thing up to whatever those trees are. Even if the trees aren't very tall because they're growing out of the top of a mountain, so you could say, well, maybe the trees are only 15 feet tall. The thing's almost as tall as the trees.
Wow.
And
okay, you said there's video of this?
I showed a screenshot of the video to the ranger where it's up there that we hunt with, and I asked him, "What do you think that is?" It just a screenshot of this thing. And because the video's not all that great, the one part I did get a part where I zoomed in on it because he zoomed all the way in. So what I did was I put it on my phone and zoomed in even more and then saved the video like that. I couldn't do it on a computer, but I could do it on the phone. I zoomed in even more, and it's kind of, he goes back and forth, but in certain spots of this video, when he's on this thing that's on the cliff, you see it climbing like this. It's kind of freaky. It's climbing up that cliff hand over hand.
Hand over hand.
Yeah, and I show the video to the ranger and ask him, what do you think that is? He tells me that's either a helicopter or an airplane shadow. Because of the size of the shadow that he thinks what's a shadow on the cliff, that's what he compares it to. And I started laughing. I told him, no, dude, we have a video of that climbing from the top to bottom. And he goes, no. So he hasn't got to see the video yet.
I wouldn't show him either.
Out of the mountains again this year in California. In my hunting area, so I didn't get to show him the video. But I think I might be able to pull it up and share it here if you want. I might.
Yeah.
If you can pull it up, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll post it.
I would love to see that. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Like I said, it's rough. You
would
might
like
have to play it a couple of times to see what I'm talking about. But at the end, you'll see that thing. When you see it moving, that's what freaks me out. That's what got me started on looking at the Bigfoot stuff. Was this video, was my cousin filming this, and then because it's somebody too, and I know that he can't make stuff like that up. None of us can, as far as my family anyway.
Oh yeah, but it's not. It's not a country boy going up a cliff face.
Let's see here. Now I think I can. There you go.
All right, let's see.
It's a real short one. Like I said, this is the part. You'll see him climbing. He's going to go off for a minute and then come back. And when he pans back,
but whatever it is,
you can see it there moving too. But right here, when he comes back, you're really going to see it.
Right between these two trees.
Right there.
Climbing, it's a black spot.
You see it just going up. We have that video of that thing going all the way up. You get up to that white saddle up there above him and everything, and then all the way to the top of that mountain where you see the trees up there. He goes all the way to the top, and it is a cliff, man. It's it's a sure cliff.
What this is, but whatever it is, it's right between these two trees. climbing. It's a black spot. It's
Oh, no,
black,
it's
but it's
gotta
got
be
white
huge.
feet and it's in a hurry. And it's
That is
huge.
big.
Yeah, it would
Only
climb for a
that thing
while
is,
and stop, and then climb for a while and stop. And through the videos that he has, he had to take a whole bunch of them. I wish I had one long video of it, but like I said, he didn't know what he was doing. And in one of the videos, it actually says, "Hey, Sonny, here's your Bigfoot," because I kept
Oh, no
telling him, "You ever
shit.
see anything out there? You tape it." You know, it's my cousin, so
Climbing. It's a black spot. It's black, but it's got white feet and it's in a hurry and it's huge.
yeah, guys, I wish I had more to show you on that. And then when I take the pictures and zoom in, it just looks like a black dot. You can't. Looks
Yeah,
like
but you can
cave.
see how
I'm
big
not
it is
real
on that
sure
face.
what
Right
this
there,
is,
I can actually, yeah, he's actually crawling up that thing. You can see his
whatever it
hands.
is, it's
When he goes back, that's when you see him doing the. I think
right
that's the
between
video.
these
Yeah.
two trees.
How far
Right
away
there.
are you?
Climbing.
Oh,
it's a
he's
black spot.
he's far away because he's all the way
But it's
zoomed
got
in with an
white feet
iPhone, and
it's
then
in
I
a
zoomed it in
hurry,
more.
and
So
it's
he's like
huge.
a mile away,
Okay, yeah.
maybe almost a mile. He's pretty far away. He's pretty far
Wow.
away,
That's
and it
pretty
was big
cool.
enough for him to see that far away with no nothing. He's seen that with his eyes,
Naked
climbing
eye,
from
yeah.
the bottom to the and then he got his phone out, started taping it, trying to zoom in on it.
But honestly, I mean, whatever it is, to be honest, I mean, I can sympathize with it. I'd be in a hurry too. I wouldn't want to be on that edge. I'd want to make it to the top and get off that
Gypsy
thing.
Road says that was me climbing looking for a bathroom.
See, I want to say no, that's just a bear, guys. That's just a bear climbing up the side of a cliff. That's one big ass bear for California. We don't have bear that are, that are 1,000 pounds. We don't have bear
And
like
climb
that.
cliffs, climb up
We don't have grizzlies no more.
straight up a mountain.
Yeah. I've never seen a bear go straight up a mountain like that for no reason, not unless something's chasing it. But there was nothing below it. There's nothing. I wish I could pull up that whole video, but I don't have it on here.
No, thanks for sharing that though, man. That was cool.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the only thing I have as far as that's what got me into the Bigfoot thing, because it's where I hunt, and then I seen something climbing a mountain that I can't explain, that it's just too big for a bear here.
So you're doing a show. You're starting a show tonight.
I'm gonna be on SOR tonight.
SOR.
Yeah, towards the end, just for 15-20 minutes.
All right. And what about Thursdays?
Thursdays, the same thing. SOR
Okay.
at the end for about, and then we have our show on Friday nights. Paranormal Chop Shops at 6 in California.
Pacific.
So yeah, Pacific time.
So that'll be
And-
9 o'clock our time.
Yep, and then we run 3 hours on that one normally. Same thing with the Chad Smith podcast in the morning. It's a 3-hour show usually.
It's a long show, man.
It is. It is. Hey,
I've done
sometimes.
them. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes we go a long time. We did 7.5 hours on New Year's Eve.
I did 5 hours last New Year's Eve. Not this past one, but the one before last year.
We did 5.5 hours in the morning and then 7.5 hours that night on actually New Year's Eve.
Wow.
We had a couple of shows to do though. But yeah, we've been trying, man. We've been trying to get out there. We're brand new, so
How many subscribers do you
man.
have?
We'll
only less than 300 probably. Yeah, I think so. But the channels have less than 300, both of them.
Send it to your website so I could look it up
yeah,
Friday.
Mr. Lee can post your website. I think
All
you
right,
might have
I'll put it in
already.
private chat. I'll drop it in private chat right here.
This is the right channel, correct?
What's that?
What's that?
Is that the right channel?
Oh,
Chop Shop.
Yeah, Paranormal Chop Shop. I don't know. Let me get back in there. Yep.
Stevie
that's
B
it.
says, I want to
That's it.
hear Ricky's Bigfoot story.
I'm like Mr. Lee right now.
There you go. I pasted it in private chat if you want to. Just want that.
Private chat.
I'll go ahead and grab the morning channel too if you guys want.
Yeah, man.
That's the one Connor did. He did the morning channel. He did Chad Smith podcast.
Let's go. I would definitely want to listen to it. Something to do during the weekday.
Connor was good on that one, man. That was a good show. That was my first time getting to meet him like that and talk to him for that long. That was awesome.
Yeah, Connor's fun. I've hung out with him. We've camped.
That's our 2 channels there, guys, in private chat. You can post them in the link too if you want.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how.
Right click and copy them.
Did you? Both of them? All right. All right. Stevie's going to take care of that.
Oh, Chad Smith is in here.
Is he?
Yeah, he sure is. He's in chat. He's supposed to be working.
What's up, Chad? Don't rat the guy out. Donald Fuller, what's up? Yeah, your sub count is about to go up, dude.
Oh, right on. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you see how he says he's Sonny.
No, man, we're welcome to the community, man. You know, really, we're paranormal, Bigfoot, UFO, whatever. You know, at least this channel is.
Connor told me, he said, "Hey, get over there and meet these guys, dude. You're gonna like them." I was like, "So I'm on my way."
Right on. Thanks again, Connor.
Yep.
There's always someone that pops up, and I'm like, "Oh, who is this?" And sure enough, it's going to be Connor sent me.
Yeah. He said, "Just tell him I sent you."
Gypsy Row, what's going on, man?
Sonny, what was the most scariest thing you ever experienced?
Man.
Something that you want to change your underwear and run.
Just this recently. I'm friends with a lady named Cassie from Oracles and Beyond. I don't know if you guys know her.
No.
She's a medium, and a lot of these girls they'll do walkthroughs and stuff. Well, we do drag races. We build dragsters for nostalgic drags. Like, I don't know if you can see it. The one behind me back there, there's some plaques back there. It's got two 350s with nitrous, 2 V8s we have in there. So where we have our drag races at, where we put the drags on, is an old retired Army base. It's called Eagle Field. I think I have the shirt on. Yep, this is our drag races. And
cool.
Yeah, and so we put the drag races on here at Eagle Field, and that's an old retired Army base. We use the runway. We use the runway for our drag strip. And here at this base, they have old barracks, and then there's a museum that they have a whole bunch of stuff in that, like, when they got the place that they had found around there, and this whole bunch of stuff that's in this museum. Well, I decided to go do one of those walkthrough things, messing around with my phone, and it's all taped. I get through this place, and I go through an empty barrack into where their bathrooms would be. And as I get in there, I'm filming the second bathroom. It sounds like somebody slaps the wall in the room I just walked through as hard as they could. It was the loudest thud ever, and it just stops me in my tracks. It's all recorded too. It's kind of embarrassing because it scared the shit out of me.
Can you hear the slap though?
The noise was loud, okay, and you can definitely hear it on the thing. You hear the thud. You hear the thud, and you see me just stop in my tracks, and then I go, "Oh no!" That's the first thing you hear. I don't even want to turn around. I turn around, and I'm shining it towards that room, but I'm stuck there for about a minute because I was physically scared. I didn't want to walk in there. I had a gun. I always have my gun on me, so I'm thinking, dude, this better not be someone screwing around, because it. And I walked back in. There's nothing there, so I chalked it up to a possum or an owl, because I was too scared to say that something made that noise and there was nothing in there. But it's on video. I can't deny it. Something made that noise. I go back in there, and there's nothing in there. And I was definitely by myself. That was probably the scariest thing. Just things I can't explain like that. And then for seeing crafts and stuff, the only thing that I had ever seen, guys, was it's like, to me, I describe it as a B-52 bomber, you know, the big wing that flies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was, and it came directly over our house. The way I tell the story is, if there would have been, it's not a 2-story house, it's a regular 1-story house. If there would have been a telephone pole, or a telephone pole and a half even on top of my house, this thing would have knocked it over. That's how low it was. So it comes over really slow. So slow that I'm pulling into the neighborhood. When I first notice it, it's got 4 lights on the cone of this thing, and they're like this. It's not squared. They're like this. So what I think I'm seeing is a drone with 4 lights, because it's going really slow. And as I pull in, turn on the center block to go towards my house, I live right in the middle of the block. As I'm pulling in the driveway, I'm looking up, and now I see this thing. And that's a cone that I'm seeing, was a nose cone with 4 big old floodlights on it. That's what I was seeing from far away. As I pull into the driveway, the lights shut off. So now there's no lights on it. There's no flashing lights. It doesn't make any sound, and it's barely moving. So there's a guy across the street. He doesn't speak very good English, and he's telling me, okay. And I told him, well, man, I don't know, dude. You know, I don't know. And so I go in the house. I'm going to get my wife or somebody to come out. And the only person there is my middle daughter. She's like, at the time, she's 17, maybe 16, 17. And she comes outside. She puts a towel on. I go back out there to look at this thing. And she puts a towel on, comes outside, and now it's just centered over the house. So it's directly over the house. Now you can look up and see the middle of it, because the center of that plane is right going over the dead center of my block. And I tell her, because we shoot a lot here, and I shot that day. Even though we use earplugs, it still messes your hearing up a little bit, and because we shoot a lot. And I told her, are you hearing that? You know, can you hear it? And she said, no, I don't hear it. You know, and that was my main thing, is I couldn't hear it. And when I first came back out, when I told you I went and got her out of the shower, when I first came back out and looked up, I had a fear that this thing was going to fall on my house, because it was just not, it just was, to me, wasn't going fast enough to fly.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen one fly over me before. Been around a lot of jets, because there's jets, and we got jet cars, we got jets at the track.
Sure.
For that airport. There's helicopters, there's planes, there's everything you could think of out there. And I'm not hearing this thing. And in the back, I could actually see ducks on it, like where you would see exhaust come out of these squares. There's nothing coming out of there. So all this time, until about a month and a month ago, I was convinced that that's what I seen was a stealth bomber, not knowing that the stealth part of that was the paint. I didn't know.
Yeah, it didn't fly slower.
Yeah, and it does. They make noise. I interviewed Jim Goodall in here, and in the shop. He actually came to the house. He stayed here, and yeah, we had a good time. And he told me, what you've seen was not a B-52 bomber. He said, with it that low, he said it would have vibrated the air out of your chest. He said it would have broke the windows out of your house, is what he was telling me. You know,
it flew over at 900 miles an hour.
Yeah, and it's literally so slow that, okay, so then after he told me that, like, I knew I had seen something, you know, like I knew that wasn't right, that it was going that slow. But all this time I had thought that was a stealth bomber, you know, and he told me
you had to compare it to.
They don't go that slow, and they make a lot of sound. He said you would definitely hear it. And I watched it accelerate, and it's not like people say a UFO is just, it's there and then and it's gone. This thing accelerated and banked, and I still never heard a sound, really. There's no sound coming out of it, but it did go faster and leaving the neighborhood, and it climbed and banked off to, it was like southeast is the way it was flying, banked that way. And that was it. It was black with no flashing lights. So
my dad had something fly over his house in Sedona, Arizona, twice in 1 week. And he said it was like the size of a football field, made no sound, or it was a slight hum you know, but all right, I'm hearing echo. Where am I at?
I'm not hearing echo, guys. That shouldn't be from me. I hope it's not.
I'm not sure. No, I can. There is an echo.
Okay, you too.
Let's see.
Excuse me.
Try this.
Check. Charlie muted his mic. Nope.
Is it gone when I mute?
No,
Check. Yeah, I don't hear it now. That's all right.
I don't think it's me. Is it?
No, I don't think so. I think it went away.
How about now? Does it come back when I unmute?
Check
does.
1, 2. Nope.
I don't hear anything.
It's all right. So yeah, I was saying my dad saw one come over his house, and it was like the size of a football field, and it blocked out all the stars. And then he saw it twice in 1 week, and one of the times these lights came off of it, and one went one way, the other went the other, and they chased each other, and then they went back to this ship, whatever it was, and then the jets chased it off. The military came and chased it away.
Yeah, see, nothing ever came. Nothing. That thing was like it was the size of a football field. I think I say that in the show. I told this story on UFO Garage with Joe and Ben. Have you guys heard of them?
Okay. No.
No. Okay, that's another good channel, guys. I told this story a long time ago, probably year and a half, maybe even close to 2 years ago. And that's what I compared it to. It was about a football field long. Because I remember telling them that if it was crashing, if it would have crashed, it wasn't just falling on my house. It was going to take out like 3 blocks because the wings were so long. It was going to hit houses on like 3 blocks if it came down. That's what was going through my mind, is seeing this thing moving this slow. You know,
That's big.
I don't know what it is, guys, but there is something out there that can fly that slow.
Okay. Now I agree with you. When I was a kid, we had the blizzard of '93 come through here, and I was probably like 9 or 10 around this time. The roads had just opened up. We were able to go out and just kind of hit the grocery store, resupply, and all that. Okay, so it was my dad, his girlfriend, her daughter, and me. I was in the back seat with the daughter, and I remember my dad pulled over to this little pull-off area on the side of the road, and he just tells us all, "Look at that." And it took me a second to see it because I didn't really see anything out of place. And he finally got me pointed to what he was looking at. When he saw it was moving, when I saw it was sitting still, and it looked like a star, just like a really bright star. And it was sitting there perfectly still. And we sat there for a couple of minutes watching this thing, and finally it started to move. And when it did move, it was very, very slowly just creeping across the sky, and then just after a couple seconds just streaked off and was gone. Never saw it again. So that is the closest thing I would say that I've seen to a UFO. I've never seen anything like that before, never seen anything like that since. Not in real life, anyway.
Yeah, I've never seen a UFO either.
No
UFO.
There was one incident after that with me and my cousin fishing, and I don't know what the hell this was either, guys. But for this one, I was out by Lemoore Air Base out here. There's an air base out here, Army base, air base, an active one, and so we were out fishing, maybe a few miles from it. 10, 15 miles, not very far. And something, my cousin, he's in a wheelchair, all right? We'll just say he's fishing off this way. There's water out in front of him. We're on a little bridge that actually goes up into nothing. You can't even cross it on the other side. It's just a plowed field. And so we pull up there. He rolls out there on his wheelchair, faces the water, and fishes. I wasn't fishing yet. I was still setting stuff up. I'm standing right here, though, behind him. a little bit behind him, but off to his right. Something flashes that's over here on his left. And since I'm standing right here, I'm looking right at it. It's a bar of light. You guys ever use the work bars, for working on a car? You use those light bars?
Yeah.
Light type bar. It was just like that. And it was like someone held it right here in my face, this close to my face, and turned it on for like a second and a half, and then shut it off. The length of, if I push my button on my phone to take a picture of you, that light comes on, it flashes bright and shuts off. It was like that. Okay. But it's a big solid bar. There's nothing flying up there. Just this light goes off, and it's not lightning either. I live in Fresno, man. There's no rain. So, and yeah, it's just no rain at that time. And it's not something that turns on and spreads across. It's a bar that turned on and turned off. Well, when that happened, I'm here looking at it on this side of him. He's looking out over the water fishing. And then it flashes and turns off. He looks at me and he goes, "Did you just take a picture of me, cuz?" And I go, "No, man, I don't know what the fuck that was." And I tried to explain to him what I just explained to you guys. All right. So didn't know what it was. All right. So now I grab my pole and we start fishing. We talked about it for maybe 2 minutes because he didn't get to see it. And now I can explain the damn thing very well. So now we're fishing. Now I'm facing the same way as him. It went off over here before, okay? It went off at the east. We're facing the south. Now this bar is directly in front of us in the south, and it goes off again in front of us. And this time, the water's in front of us, and it's so bright. Like when it went off the first time, I had to look away. This time it goes off, and we both look down to look away, and it's reflecting out of the water too because it's so bright. And so we're both like, "God damn!" And when he looks at it, I tell him, "That's what it was, cuz." I go, "I don't know what that is." I wasn't taking a picture of you. That's what that light was. And now we're both trying to look up there to see what the hell that is. But it was so bright, you're almost blinded from, it's dark outside. It's nighttime. But yeah, you can't see anything. We couldn't hear anything. That was the only other strange thing, guys, that I've seen in the sky that I couldn't explain. Made no noise, just like someone was taking pictures of us.
That is odd.
Way the hell up in the sky.
I have seen something in the sky once. I was in Long Island, New York, and in the bar, everybody in the bar was drunk. Everybody came up to me, "Hey, Richie doesn't drink. Hey, Richie, go outside of the bar." I go outside of the bar. We see these lights. Everybody said, "Oh, it's a flare." Like, those are not flares. It just keeps floating. Like 20 of them. They will stop, drop, come back in the same spot where they started, and did it again over and over. I swear to God, I was like, "What the hell am I looking at?" And that's the only time I've seen something like UFO. Like, I guess it was UFO. I don't know what the hell it was.
But they've recorded that stuff. I've seen what you're talking about before, and I think it was in Phoenix. It's not Phoenix Lights. It wasn't that, but it's what you're talking about. The dots going from one side to the next, and it's lighting up, and then you said it'll go back and do it again.
It goes back to the same one. Boom, 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 boom.
They have like 3 of those somewhere that I seen on YouTube. There's 3 of them, like almost in a flight pattern, but that's what you're seeing is those dots going up. But there's 3 sets of those, and you can tell it's 3 different things. But I've seen that. I've seen exactly what you're talking about on a recorded video.
And I was totally like, "What the F?" So, and everybody's drunk in the bar, so I'm the only one who's sober. I'm like, "Yeah, you guys are not drunk," and I don't know what the hell that is. So,
man,
and then, but other people seen it too, right? And they just
it was at least 50 people in the bar.
Oh man.
And everyone in the bar, they called everyone in the bar. Oh, they're like, the only one I know sober enough to know what the hell's going on is Richie. He doesn't drink. He only drinks like 1 beer, and that's it. So they called me out. I didn't even have my beer yet, and I walked out there, and I'm like, "Yeah, what the hell is that?" So, and they're like, "Oh, it's flares." I'm like, "That's not a flare because you hear the military jets dropping flares, and you wouldn't see dropping flares over a residential area." So.
And flares don't go out and then go back and light back up. And keep
Nope.
They don't.
My stepfather told me he had a UFO thing he saw when he was a kid in Southampton, Long Island, Him and his couple buddies were one of his buddies had to take a tinkle, and everybody's like, "Oh, let's take the tinkle out together." Everybody did their business. Everybody got in the back in the car, and they were about to drive away. All of a sudden, they see this thing fly over them with a spotlight or something like that. He said, and disappear, come on, disappear, and gone, and that was it. They're like, "What the f?" There was no helicopter, no sound, nothing. And he was about 20 at the time.
Do you guys have you guys seen anything like that before? What he's talking about? Like, no, not even on that video I was talking. That video I just seen that maybe
videos, yeah, but
yeah.
Not in real life. Ida Bustamante says, Sonny, can you share your Skinwalker story?
How's he know that?
It's a she, by the way.
Oh, she? Okay. Yeah. Guys, I know I look really white, but I'm actually Choctaw Indian and Italian.
Okay.
And this is the only skinwalker-ish thing I've ever seen. And yeah, I'm like really Indian. I wear my medicine bag. It's never off me.
Oh, right on.
My deer nut sack always right there. But yeah, my daughter lives next door to us. We live out in the country. Okay. She calls me and says, "Hey, Dad, there's a guy standing out front, and he looks like a Mexican guy, but he's pasty white, and he's standing in front of her driveway looking back at my house." So she thinks he's going to try to take one of my cars out of the yard or something. And okay, I'll go check it out. So I grab my gun and a flashlight, and I go out there, and my wife goes with me. She's right behind me, like 10 feet behind me. I walked right to where she said he was standing, but I stayed on my side of the street. She said he was across the street. And across the street where he's at is an almond orchard. So I go out there with a flashlight, and I can't see this guy anywhere. So now I know for sure that he is crouched down behind one of these trees, and he's going to take off running as soon as I go back inside. So I told my wife, just stay there, be quiet. I turn around, I face our houses, and I shut the flashlight off. And I have my gun in my hand and the flashlight in the other hand. And I think, as soon as he starts running, I'll turn around and get him with the light. I'll be able to see where he's going, who he is, or something. I'll be able to see him. So I hear him running. The only problem is he's not running away. He's running straight up behind me. And I was like, oh, no. And then now I'm getting a little scared, because this guy, I'm either going to have to shoot him or he's going to beat me up or something, And so I spin around with the flashlight and turn it on. I live in Fresno, guys. In Fresno, California, we don't have stuff like this. We don't even have this in our mountains. A big black wolf. And I got my laser on it with the gun, and it's running straight at me. And as it gets to the road, before it hits the street, it turns. And now it's running away from me, but not directly away from me, to the side of me and running down the street that I was standing on. And I told my wife, because I'm a hunter, and the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, I've never seen a black wolf before. And can you imagine having that pelt? I don't shoot things I don't eat normally. And everything's going through my head like this must have escaped from a neighbor's yard to I want to shoot this thing. And I had the laser on it. My wife does not like dogs. So you can imagine she's pretty damn scared of this thing because it's huge. A wolf is not a dog. This thing's huge. There's no mistaking it. In other words, this is definitely a wolf. And right before it crossed back to my side of the property to run back in the other orchard out here, I had the laser on it and told her, I can't shoot it. Even after she said shoot it, I told her I can't shoot it. I've never seen anything that beautiful. That I can't shoot that. I'm not going to eat it. I can't kill it. And then we go back in the house, and we were in bed when we got that phone call. So we go back in the house, we get in bed. Not once did I ever think about the guy that I went out there to find because I seen a wolf. And when you see a wolf in Fresno, I mean, they must have escaped from the zoo, type thing. You're not going to see that here. So I was just blown away by what I seen. I went in bed. I went back to bed. When we were falling asleep. My wife went to sleep. I was laying there going to sleep. And as soon as I went to sleep, I have a spirit guide, and his name's Keanuk. And I know that might sound funny to you guys, but it's a spirit guide for me. And as soon as I shut my eyes and fell asleep, he appeared like right in front of my face and looked at me, and all he said was Skinwalker. And he shook his head, and I just sat up in bed scared. Never once thought of that in my whole
Sure.
I never thought about skinwalkers, but when he said that, I did. And I just sat up in bed and was like, holy shit, did that guy turn into a wolf? That I went out there to find, did he turn into that wolf? Is that what happened? That's what was going through my mind the rest of that night. It was hard to go back to sleep. That's the only skinwalker thing so I didn't see the guy turn into a wolf. I just went out looking for a guy, and then
discovered a wolf.
There was a wolf. Yeah, and there's no wolves here. So there's no wolves here like that.
So what does the name mean in your culture?
What's that?
Does that name have a meaning?
Kianuk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never even checked. That's just what he said his name was. I know I've never met anybody with that name. I don't even know if that's a real name. That's what he told me.
That's interesting.
I don't tell too many people that stuff, guys, but yeah, I do have a spirit guide, and his name's Kianuk. And it's weird. It's like if I'm astral projecting type dreams type thing. That's when I see that guy. That's not something I see all the time.
Is he like a person, or is he like an animal, like a coyote? Or
no, he's like a person, like a tall guy with long black hair. I don't even know if he's Indian, but he looks like an Indian guy, but he's got long black hair and a shirt on. He's not standing there like wearing a headdress or anything. He's just got almost like every time I see him, like this cream color shirt on and a pair of pants. That's how I see this guy every time. It's just never seen him before in my life either. Not that I know of anyway.
Oh no, I'm a firm believer in spirit guides.
Oh, okay. That's
me
that's
too.
my spirit guide.
Usually we have more than one.
Story.
Dead Cat Radio, what's up? It's actually someone's name.
I've only told that story to maybe just a couple of people.
Someone heard about it.
I don't know.
Thanks for sharing it with us, man.
Yeah, no problem, guys. I think that's one thing we need to do is tell everything we did see, even if it's something like I didn't see that thing transform into a wolf. I wish I could tell you guys that. I wish I could say, man, this guy just shifted into this wolf. But yeah, no, I just went out there looking for a guy, a pasty white guy, and when I got out there was nobody there, and a wolf ran out of the field where he was supposedly supposed to be. That wolf came right out of the road directly behind me, and I just had the flashlight on there like maybe 20 seconds ago. I didn't see nothing out there. Even a black wolf I would have seen with that flashlight. My flashlight's a good light I was using. But yeah, no.
Have you ever seen a orb of sort, like a blue orb, orbs, like real orbs, like white, blue, greens, reds, and you hold.
I've seen them.
I've seen two. I've seen white and blue in Chewelah, Washington.
Really?
Yeah.
And,
the area code is 99109. It's an Indian tribe out there, Chewelah. There's a casino out there, and I was supposed to go into the Bigfoot. The 2017 was supposed to be the 50th anniversary, but I went to the wrong one. I went to another place in Washington. It was the spiritual weekend, and it was interesting. They're a little out there for me, but whatever. But last night we were there, Saturday night to Sunday. We're all sitting around, about 50, 60 of us talking, and I told them what my story was, and everybody's talking about Kumbaya with Bigfoot and all that, and I'm like, I don't feel the way you guys feel, but whatever. Everybody has their opinion. And all of a sudden, this guy and I was just talking. I took a hit. He took a hit. And I'm like, I ain't stoned. He's like, yeah, you ain't stoned either. Did you see that white orb? And then the blue orb follow it? He's like, yeah. I was like, we were both looking at each other like, I was like, are we stoned? He's like, no, I don't think so. Not just yet, But it was the funniest thing in the world that we were both looking at each other like, yeah, but that's the only time I've ever seen orbs in my whole life.
You guys know who Chris?
Okay. This was a couple years ago. I had moved in with a couple of friends, and they had lived at this house for a while, and they had quite a bit of paranormal activity and just different things going on. And like when I first moved in, I'm sitting down with them, and they're just laying it all out, telling me, things they've seen, things they've heard, experienced, whatever. And just like, hey, we're just telling you this because this happens here. I mean, this is part of everyday thing. And one of the things that they had mentioned was it was like in the middle of this big apple orchard, and they would see like orbs floating through the trees every once in a while. And I remember when I first moved out there, it was within like the first week. We're all sitting out on the front porch, just shooting the breeze, smoking a cigarette, whatever. And I happen to look over into the orchard, and I see this like really bright blue light. It's about the size of a basketball. Okay, and I wasn't really paying too much attention to it because I figured it was just somebody walking around. Okay, but when somebody's walking around with a flashlight, it's not smooth. They got that, kind of bumpy, steppy motion. This was very smooth. It was very gliding. And then after a few seconds, two more showed up. And when that happened, I just kind of got their attention. And I pointed at it. I said, "Is that what you're talking about?" And they said, "Yes, that's it, exactly." And they just kind of hovered around this spot in the trees for a few seconds, and they were in like the upside down triangle shape. They stayed there for maybe 5 seconds and then just faded off. Never saw them again. And they were, all three of them were really, really light blue.
I've never seen any orbs like that. So in this new house, this is not the house where the plane flew over. This is a new house I live in. Something came over the house, and it was so weird, dude. It looked like something was pulling something else. I describe it as a boat pulling an anchor through the water that's not really the ground. Okay, those two little lights like that, the bottom one, they came to a stop. The bottom one got bright and turned off. That's all I could. That's the only thing about it. But it wasn't an orb though. It just looked like maybe a satellite maybe. But the only orbs I've seen are on videos with Chris Bledsoe. Do you guys know him? Have you heard of him?
Sounds familiar.
I don't know him.
This guy Chris Bledsoe is an amazing guy, dude. He can summon almost. I hate to say he can summon orbs. I've seen the videos. I talked to Josh Casey, the guy that's actually filming the videos. I was just on with him a couple of hours ago earlier today. He felt like coming on and talking, so I'll always go live if he needs to say something. I'll definitely go live for him. And he wanted to come on and talk a little while, and he came home one day and he's telling me about what he's seen, and I didn't get to see the videos because he had just taped it. And then once I seen the videos, man, I was blown away. This guy, because he's with Chris, there's an orb coming over him. I mean, there's orbs all over, that they're recording, but this one orb is just floating over the top of, up above them in sky. And Chris says, "Hey, can you come to a halt or a stop for us?" This orb just stops and then continues going again. It stops. I was blown away. I was like, did that just happen? He said that and then it just happened, and Josh is trying to tell me, dude, you don't understand. He's invited me there. He's like, you got to come out here. He will take you out there and show you, what he does. Basically, he can summon these things. Basically, he goes out there to see them, and Josh says he'll tell you we're for surely going to see him, and you'll see him, or he might say, no, we're not going to see him tonight, and then there won't be none that come. But if he says you're going to see him, supposedly he's always right when it comes to this. And it's in North Carolina, and I'm in California. I'm
Which part of North Carolina? Because I'm in North Carolina.
Are you? Where is the Army base? Because I remember telling Josh that.
Which one? Fort Bragg?
That's it. Everyone keeps saying that one. That's all.
It's
My son-in-law just came from North Carolina. Him and my daughter lived there for the last
Fayetteville.
4 years. And
I'm probably like 150, maybe 200 miles away from there.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
in Fayetteville.
yeah, I'm wanting
Maybe
to get out
less
there
then.
so bad, man. If I was 150 miles away, I'd have been there already.
Right?
Oh yeah.
It's
I
funny
can't
how after driving cross country, how like a 2-hour drive seems like nothing. It's like, it's like going to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I drive
It's
for
far.
work all the time. I mean, they send me to Tennessee, Georgia, all over the place, just kind of in the region. So I've been getting a lot of miles lately, and I'm starting to feel them.
Yeah, I'll be heading back west here soon. I'm in Florida now. I'm going back to Arizona.
Oh, you're on the opposite coast of me.
Yeah, I've been down here like 10 months. I'm ready to go back. Yeah.
I'm ready to get out of California. I'm ready to move to Texas or somewhere. I got to get out of here.
Arizona's pretty cool.
I'm ready to get out of North Carolina. Let's all tell them go to hell.
Right.
Texas or Florida is the best states.
Yeah, Texas. Arizona, like he said, that wouldn't be too bad.
It's a gun-friendly state.
Yeah, I have a lot of guns. They don't like that here.
No, they love it in Arizona.
Bring them over here. I'll have fun. We have fun shooting.
I have quite the collection, guys.
How many guns do you have?
Let's not get. We can't get into this gun conversation.
Oh,
I was going to say I can't tell that.
No worries, but no, that's cool.
But I have a
Arizona
CCW. So even
Arizona's a good state for that.
like this jacket in the liner, there's holsters in there. That's for my.
Oh, right on.
Sweet.
You don't see it though when it's open like that. It's inside here. Yeah,
Ms. Bill, how are you? Good to see you. Who else is here? I know I missed a bunch of people. Murray, how's it going?
Oh, Gypsy Road's in here too. Cool.
Yeah, Gypsy Road popped in. Gypsy Road says, "Come to Seattle, people. We'll have a party."
That's the guy I was thinking of when you were telling me about those orbs you seen, the blue orbs at the Indian reservation. He's right there.
I saw an orb in a house where the owners were killed in the house, and I stayed in the house. I don't know how long after, but I stayed in the master bedroom, and I was sleeping one night, and something interrupted me. The dog, their dog, came in the room, and I yelled at the dog to knock it off, and it woke me up. So my eyes were open, and out of the bathroom, this flash occurred, and it was like an electric blue, and an orb came out of the bathroom, flew in front of the bed, and just disappeared. And I just went back to bed. Just rolled over and went back to sleep. Recently, I was down here in Florida at a friend's or ex-roommate's fish camp, or their piece of property on a little river, and I saw something flying in the treetops I can't explain. They were lights, but there was two of them. They weren't fireflies. It wasn't a drone, because I saw it come over the tops of the trees and then below the tree line. So it was within the trees, but it was only less than 100 feet away from me. But I have no idea what they were.
Yeah, guys, I look all the time. I have night vision. I
have night vision.
Hey, the night that this was summertime though, but the night that those lights flashed when we were out fishing, I had my GoPro in the window of the truck at my back, basically. So it's facing the light when it first went off. So after me fishing with him and it going off again, that's what I was telling him, is that's all right because the GoPro is recording, so we'll have it on there. And I go back and check it, and it's off, and it says overheated. It got too hot.
Oh no!
It was nighttime. It was probably 80 degrees outside, and the windows were down. And I left it in the truck in the window, and it said it overheated. It got hot. So I when I threw that part of the story in there, when they were asking if I got pictures of it, I was like, shit, I tried. You know, basically we had that GoPro in the truck the whole time just recording. So maybe it was on too long and got hot. And but it recorded everything else. It recorded the drive. It recorded the owl that was flying next to us, and we had an owl out there that was using our lights, the flashlight, the same flashlight I was using actually when we figured out what he was doing. Or holding the light out the window for him, and he's hovering. We're going real slow in the truck. He's flying right next to the window over the field, hovering like that. When he would find something, and we would stop and hold the light, and he would go down and get it, or try to. He tried like 3 times before he finally got something. Experiences like that. But like I said, night vision and everything, and I go out looking all the time, and I've never been able to find like something I can say is a UFO, guys, or anything.
I have friends out west that have seen them. I believe they're there. Oh, look at Shadow.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, Shadow doesn't like me.
It's just like anyone, basically.
Every time I go near that dog, it just runs the other way.
Yeah.
I would show my dog, but she's currently piled up asleep, snoring from both ends.
I got one like that out here. I got a Queensland out here that's crashed out.
Yeah, my dogs are crashed somewhere behind me.
I was Lucy today.
Oh, hey guys, it's 8:40. I'm gonna have to bow out.
Go do your thing, man.
Yeah, I got to get ready.
All right, have a good night.
It was nice meeting you guys, man.
Hey, you as well, man. Don't be a stranger.
I'll be back. I'm gonna find the link to this channel so I can subscribe to your channel here because I'm on it on StreamYard. What's the name of it? What's the name of this channel?
It's Mogi on Monster.
Mogi. Oh, okay.
Mogi on Monster. MOGOLLON. Mogi on. The name of the show is WTF, or Why the Fascination, or vice versa.
All right, guys, I'm going to subscribe. Thank you very much. Tonight was fun.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for joining us. Pleasure to meet you.
Guys, it was great stories, buddies. That was good.
Peace, man.
I had a good time. Thanks. Peace out, guys.
See you guys.
Have a good night, Steve.
Happy New Year. Mm-hmm. Well, that was cool. I love meeting new people, cool people, you know. So check out his channel. I know somebody's been posting it. I don't know if it was Stevie or Mr. Lee.
I'm so angry that he didn't come online.
Oh, Mr. Lee?
Oh, yeah.
He's still a pussy.
We'll get him one day.
One day I'm on my deathbed.
No, I don't even think that'll happen. Stevie says, Richie, tell Dawn I said hello.
Okay. And my name is Richie, not
Yeah,
T.
I know. I see that.
I can't stand that. There's no T in Richie.
Who else? So when do you think you're going to have that script done, Charlie?
Well, I started back to work today, so I didn't get to work on it as much as I'd like.
Take your time, man.
Hopefully within the next week or two.
Right on.
At least that's the goal. And like I said, I am still wanting to get a couple people to do some interviews with. One of the big ones is I want somebody who knows about Cherokee mythology and their legends, things like that, because I want to get it right if I'm going to do it.
Sure.
So I want to get somebody who at least knows what they're talking about to, come on and be able to, say their piece. That way it's not just me trying to throw something together and hoping it makes sense.
Have you ever tried to get in touch with maybe one of the tribal leaders?
No, not yet. Honestly, like this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I mean, I think I originally started working on this in like 2018, but it was more it wasn't intended to be like a documentary back then. It was just more me wanting to go to these places and check them out and see them for myself. But I'm also a camera nerd and usually have 2 or 3 of these things attached to me at any point in time. So I had just a lot of footage, and I know the legend of the place, and I know that it has really strong ties to Bigfoot. So it just it was something that just came really easily, and it was when I got diagnosed with COVID, I needed a project to keep my mind going, so I'm not just sitting here talking to the walls. By the way, I've talked to these walls for about 4 days, and I discovered we do not get along. So I started working on this thing. I started up working on this thing, and I thought, well, I mean, I've got all this stuff, let's try a documentary, So the more I worked on it, and I've got like half an hour of footage edited so far, and it's gotten to the point where I'm taking it a lot more serious than I did, and I really just want to put out something that's fun, entertaining, and if you learn something from it, then excellent, then I did my job.
Sure.
And if I learn something from it, then even better. So
that's cool.
And if people do learn something from it, then I did my job. They understood what the hell I was talking about.
And I mean, fun doing it. I'm having an absolute blast. I mean, that's the important part.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. You should have fun with it. Once it's fun, you get more creative, and yeah. I think it'll be. I'm looking forward to it.
How's it going, Long Island Bigfoot?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, I'm the Long Islander now. When we were talking about Long Island, that's me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're on Long Island?
I used to live in Ronkonkoma.
Oh, that's not far from me at all, actually.
No,
well, you know how that place goes, man. That's got its own history. That's got its own folklore.
Yep.
Lake Ronkonkoma does, yeah. The
lake with the people drowning in the lake.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to swim in there. Like when I hit a certain age, my father was like, "You're not allowed to go in there." And I mean, for those who don't know, there's like there's a lot. There's a rich Native American culture on Long Island, and there's an old story about this Indian princess, and I suppose they were banished to different shores, almost like a Romeo and Juliet type thing, and separated. And I guess they tried to reach each other, and the guy drowned, and she basically goes out there all the time, and she's looking for her prince or whatever you want to call it, and just keeps snatches a guy a year, and it tends to be in between a certain age bracket. But I mean, these are healthy guys going out on a lake with no wake, no nothing, no tide, no, you know what I mean, just disappearing.
And drowning.
Yeah, and drowning or disappearing. Yeah, so it's I don't know. There's everyone says there's no bottom to it, but you know how that shit goes. There's always more to you got to tear apart what's really happening and what's what's the extra,
Yeah, and people have been
that.
drowning in that lake for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time that they've been drowning in there.
They just built this huge thing. Like the guy just finished it, but it's right off the corner of the lake on I think it's on Portion. But it's I mean it was a huge tree, and this guy carved out the top of it, so like she just towers over the lake now. They built this huge thing out of the top of this tree. It's awesome. It's this huge statue of the Indian princess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty. I'll take a picture of it. I was taking them as they were getting as they were coming along, but somebody told me it's finished, so I'll go check it out and take a picture.
Yeah, I had heard about that story originally when I moved to Lake Ronkonkoma, and I was only there a month. But the people that where I was at, they knew the story, so it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So where in Long Island do you actually do the Bigfooting?
Suffolk, pretty much anywhere in Suffolk. I don't really have any. I don't really have any limitations. You know.
Have you ever gone to Southampton?
Yeah.
Out in the Hamptons?
Yeah, I got a buddy out there. He's got his channel's called Montauk and Strange, but he lives out in Flanders, so like I kind of go out there, and I was working my way out there a little bit, but it's a little ways out from me, so I don't go too often. And then when I get out that far, I kind of end up just going to Camp Hero. You know what I mean? Like it's like if I travel that far, I end up in Montauk. So
that's the best place to go to.
Yeah,
good food, good bars. You know.
Yeah.
Good fishing.
Good fishing.
Yeah, great fishing. Great fishing out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of sharks now, though, but it's weird. A lot of great white sharks out there. Not big ones, but I mean, what the fuck's a small great white? You know what I mean?
Shit.
They all bite the same.
Yeah.
I went sharking in Fire Island. We caught a blue dog, which you can't eat because the urinates through his pores. And a mako shark that was half-inch too short. And if you caught it, bro and boy, the game wardens catch you, you're screwed. Everybody's going to jail. And we also caught a thrasher shark. 12-2 was the 6'1" was the body, 6'1" is the tail. So when it catches its prey, it whacks the crap out of its prey, stuns it, and then bites it and kills it. So we caught that. That was 252 pounds. I get on the line. I'm like, oh, this is nothing on the line. I'm like, as I brought up about 10 feet from the surface, it noticed it was coming up to the surface. Boom, I went into the ocean at first. You know, it was the funniest thing in the world.
Mogs, every time I get on, fishing comes up, and I don't know why.
I didn't. Did I start this? I might have started.
No.
It might be my fault. Probably my fault.
Yeah, it's all right. But
I never fished out on like Montauk or Orient Point or any of those. You know, my dad used to go out there all the time, but I never fished out there.
I usually go whale watching. Like it's I don't know. Like it's a different type of charter. You know what I mean? But like you're out there forever. But it's different, you know what I mean? You're kind of like piggybacking off the other boats, up to where the whales are and the dolphins are, and the rays and the sharks and whatever. And you just kind of out, but it's fun, you know. Like it's fun when you find like the humpback whales, and like you know, like sometimes you're out there and like you go out and you come back and it's like a 5-6 hour trip, but sometimes you get out there and like a half hour off the point is like humpback whales, and you just spend 5 hours with them around a boat, and like. It's cool, you know what I mean? Because when you go out I've been out on charter boats, and like you see the whale, and then like they go follow the fish, and I'm like, oh, I want to see the whale.
I'd rather follow the whales than be fishing.
I always tend to get on a whale watching boat when I go out there. But I did parasailing one time, and that shit I'll never do. I'll never recommend it. I'll never do it again. It was the scariest shit I ever did in my life. I never want to see Montauk like that again. And they were like, oh, you're going to do it? They're like, you got to do it like big, you know? And there was 2 different types. One was 500 feet and one was 1,000. So I'm like, fuck it. You know, like, and I actually paid money to go up higher. And like, it was the worst idea ever. I've never been so vulnerably scared in my life.
I've never been parasailing, mainly because I'm not the biggest fan of heights. It's not that I'm afraid of heights, it's more the fact that I'm afraid of the inevitable fall that my clumsy ass is going to take from the heights. But
It's all I could think of
But-
was like, man,
but over the summer, some guys I work with talked me into going zip lining. And I was scared shitless, but that was the most fun I've had in years. I'm glad I did. I'll never do it again, but it was fun.
Oh hell yeah, that's something I always wanted to do.
yeah. And I mean, like in boot camp, like
I
in boot camp, we had to
see
do
you
like
zip lining there, Richie.
What happened?
Can't see you zip lining.
I hit the bottom and keep going.
Yeah, you're a big boy.
in boot camp we did like rappelling and like fucking and like zip lining and like shit like that, but like the army like takes the fun out of everything, you know what I'm saying? So like
Sure.
I wouldn't be opposed to doing zip line, and that kind of sounds like I've seen the places that are like set up in the woods where like it's kind of like almost like tree houses back to back to back, you know, and you kind of go down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way it was what I did.
That's cool. Yeah, that
was-
sounds cool.
When we were in
we
Tennessee,
did-
there was a place that did that. Tree to
We
tree.
did like 11 zip lines. It was like 11 or 12, and then you go across like a rope bridge, and there's 2 platforms. You got to belay yourself down.
Yeah,
And it's automatic, so you just jump off the platform. It just slowly lowers you down. But it was fun.
yeah, that's cool.
Didn't you jump out of the plane when you were in the army?
Me, no.
You never jumped once?
No, I was stationed at Fort Benning, and they kept trying to push me into airborne school, and I was like, no, man, like no, they don't jump. It's not like skydiving, you know what I mean? Like they jump from like 10,000 feet, and like they just like I don't know. I've seen the way they train over and over again. I was like, nah, this shit ain't for me.
Well, they use static lines and whatnot, so
Yeah, no, it was not for me. Some of the guys were like diehard. My best friend was air assault, airborne. He did both of them. Like he was air assaults when they come out of the chopper and like the zip line down and shit. He was one of those too. But I don't know. I was one of those why jump out of a perfectly good plane guys.
Yeah. If I was in the Army or Marine Corps or one of those branches, you could have to jump out of the plane, I would probably have a heart attack, but what the hell? Gotta die once.
The way my luck would work is I would jump out of the plane, lose consciousness, pass out, and then wake up like right after it's too late to pull the cord.
See, most of the time, if you're gonna fall something that high, you're right. 16 stories is when your maximum velocity. That's about 170 feet, and you probably have a heart attack before you hit the ground. So,
you know,
Well, at least I got something to look forward to.
it's not the fall that kills you; it's a sudden stop.
Nobody's gonna question why he knows how many floors you got to drop to that.
No, I'm not. Well, he might know something about what it reached to take
Dangling
how high
people
it takes
from
to get
skyscrapers.
terminal velocity.
Well, I then worked on the Throgs Neck Bridge between the Queens between Long Island, Queens and the Bronx.
I was just on it.
We were working on the anchorage. We had a ladder from the 1960s, so those heavy gauge ladders that weighs like ridiculous amount of weight. A 20-foot ladder weighed 100 plus pounds. It's like, holy God. So it fell where we were on the platform about 30 something stories, and we count 4 Mississippis when they hit the ground. So you wouldn't even have time to realize what's actually going on. That's how quick it actually happens. 4 Mississippis. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Wait.
And when it got to 3, it was like, oh, I think it's almost done. 4 Mississippis hit. I was like, holy God. And split the thing all the way up about 20 feet long on his leg. And I had to work on between 2 catwalks. So I had to put a bean clamp with a chain fall on it. And there was nothing underneath me. If I fell, I would fall 30 stories to my death.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. You know, the weather is crazy out there too.
Oh yeah, it's freaking cold up there.
Yeah.
Even on the hot days, it's still cold up there.
Uh-huh.
And you work underneath the catwalk. It's scary enough to walk. The catwalk has a lot of corroded sections, so you could put your whole leg right in with no problem. And that's how
Yeah, saltwater.
500 feet.
That's saltwater around here. I mean, I guess saltwater in general is tough, but I mean, I only know where I live at. But I mean, like that shit corrodes.
Oh yeah, it does.
The people who live by the beach, like their cars look different. The paint on their shit looks different. You know what I mean? Like it just you could tell it just eats it up.
Yeah, East Coast cars just get the shit kicked out of them. I'm sure West Coast cars do too, but like places like Arizona, nothing rusts. So cars, the bodies last a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish you could send me some good pizza up here. And bagels and cream cheese,
Well, we keep going. We go up to the Catskills and shit up by like Woodstock. Man, let me tell you, like it is a shock to the system. Like, oh my God, the food sucks. So like, I want to excuse me, like I want to just go in the kitchen, like, oh my God.
I haven't been up there in a long time.
Oh,
I actually had a buddy just move up there. He's up around Kingston, I think.
Yeah, it's right up the block. Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
Kingston. I've been going to Kingston for food, like, because they have franchises. You know what I mean? Like Texas Roadhouse and shit. Like
I used to get off at the Kingston exit on the thruway, but I would head west because I had family that lived down that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, that's where we've been at, right over there.
Yeah, it's nice up there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a lot different. I mean, it's a whole different story, but there's no rat race involved, and like I forget. You know what I mean? Like there's just people. Everyone's taking their time, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Go!
You got to be that New Yorker.
But like, I don't mean to. But like, the town is like, 10 feet wide. Like I'm used to like I gotta go. Like even when I'm retired. Like I don't have anywhere to go. But like it's like the snowball effect. Like everybody's doing it, and then like you just start. I mean, it just takes only like 5 minutes for me to be like, just like start to get into that mode. I'm like, everybody who knows me knows I don't go out between certain times because everyone's just racing around and going nuts, Yeah. Between what, like, 6 and 9 and like 4 and 6, 4 and 7 at night, like the extended rush hour.
Well, I remember coming home from Manhattan. He drove my father's truck one day at 2:30 in the afternoon. Time I got home was 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, see, that shit's.
Well, that's because the LIE is the world's largest parking lot.
It is.
It
sure.
is. Especially when you come.
I sent him videos once. It sucks. It's the worst when you're sitting on the side with the traffic, and the other side of the road's like.
Yeah.
Where's it by the Queens Center Mall area with the crossway? What's that freaking highway that goes underneath the LAE? The Clearview Expressway. It is. I think it is.
Cross Island.
Yeah, I think it's a Cross Island. That's always a clusterfuck.
Yep. Yeah, every time with the water on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody goes
near the LaGuardia Airport. MacArthur or LaGuardia?
Yeah, it's shit. Now I can't remember. Look, one of them's right by the house, but one of them's
Harold says, "Do not move to East Tennessee, as you would most likely get shot for honking horn." and cussing at wrong guy in a jacked up truck.
I mean, I'll tell you, bro. I had these problems when I was in Georgia and Bama. I had these problems. My friends would be like, "Bro, you can't be doing that shit around here." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize." Like, if the light turns red and you're still sitting there, like.
Oh, they're so bad for that here. Oh, I get so aggravated about that one.
I mean, but everybody gets mad at each other for doing it, but then you do it, and like it's like this endless cycle.
It's vicious.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a new thing to show you, Mokes. You're gonna like this one. It's pretty cool if I can find it.
Holy shit! I didn't see that beard on you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus, you look like the guy from Harry Potter. That fucking guy's name.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about the big one. What's his name? Oh God, I can't think of his name offhand.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Starts with a G, I think.
Well, you don't look like him, but the beard.
Yeah, he's got a big beard. What is that, dude?
That's
dude.
Banana OG.
Oh, right on.
I haven't smoked it yet.
Little dab would do you.
Oh yeah, that shit'll fucking put you under the table.
Yeah.
Oh
well,
hell yes, 80% THC, I think it is.
God willing.
I just got this today. I didn't know about it through one of my roommates.
Tracy Bennett called you Hagrid.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh shit! I almost couldn't wait to hang up and Google that shit. It was like eating at me. I was like scratching my neck.
Shadow Moon's like, what the hell you're laughing at? That's my dog right there.
Shadow.
Yep.
Where's
she was
Mia?
looking at me. Mia's upstairs on the bed
so
sleeping.
Guys, if anybody saw the recent, I did a little short the other day.
Yes, with the dogs.
I posted with the dogs.
Yeah,
the white dog is his. That's Mia, and the other shepherd in the picture is Maya. That's my dog, barking at the tortoise.
It's Mia Sophia Papilla, my Italian puppy.
Yeah, and it's funny because I posted that in 2 days. That little short got like over 6,000 views.
Oh yeah, you got dogs and a tortoise. That's a win.
I'm like, dude, we should be doing that a long time ago.
Yeah, we were tripping on that. I was like, dude, look at this. Is there something wrong with my analytics? And what the hell? Why do I have so many? And then I looked at that one short, and I was like, holy crap!
Like the shit that YouTube recommends for me, like I see the same people in them. So like, it must be guided like towards like what your interests are. Mine's like animals, you know what I mean? Like you'd be surprised. Like it doesn't even recommend Bigfoot videos for me. It recommends like animals. Like I get like deer eaten out of the trough and like, you know,
the live cam,
like a puppy wolf den. Yeah, like live cam. like I'm like, why are these puppies in here in this den? I'm like, this is weird. Next thing you know, 3 hours later, I'm just watching them roll around in the nest.
Oh my God!
Actually, it was I saw a picture from a live cam. It was recorded, but it was an eagle cam.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it was above the eagles, but below there was a Bigfoot. Something
I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was in either Colorado or Washington State, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't remember where it was.
Or maybe Oregon. One of those 3 states.
That was pretty convincing. I mean, who the hell's going to go try to, dress up just because they know there's a camera in a tree? I don't think so.
Nah, I mean,
I don't think
shot.
it was a hoax or anything. That was weird. Stevie B says frog videos. Yeah, I had those too. lizard videos, frog videos, owl videos. I had a shit ton of videos.
Oh, you took pictures of frogs in my house?
No, dude, no. I had posted a short, and these frogs were so small. You could fit 10 of them on the head of a pin, on the head of on a penny, I should say. At the head of a pin. Yeah, that would be small.
Yeah, there was one on the door today.
Let's see. What does this say? When you are high as fuck, this panel from top left going clockwise is like watching Willie Nelson, Johnny Baker, Haggard, and Jim Brewer.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I knew they was gonna be Haggard.
I have to do this a couple of times.
So I guess Mike's Jim Brewer.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And it's funny because he's from Long Island.
Oh, for real?
Or Queens? Yeah, might even be Queens.
Who's from Queens?
Jim Brewer.
Oh yeah,
it makes sense.
Well, I guess that makes me Tony Baker, so I'm just going to talk like this for his name. Where the hell Polly at?
So you're from Long Island, Mike, or are you from like Queens or Brooklyn?
No, I'm from Suffolk. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Smithtown, so not far from Ronkonkoma.
Oh yeah, my cousin lives in what's the name of that town? Nesquak, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's at the that's towards the beach by Smithtown. I lived in St. James. So right now I'm in like Setauket Center Each border.
So Donald Fuller says Mogs that Eagle Cam video was debunked. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted.
Well, I lived in St. James too.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Was right next to, right across the street from the high school, I think it was. On we go down from the train station where the pizzeria and the bar is and everything. Go down to the main road, make a right, and there's a on the left hand side. I don't know if it's a junior high school or a high school.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Though. It's a big old.
And right across the street was my cousin's house.
Oh, that's awesome. That's down by that wrestler lives down there, Mankind.
Oh, yeah.
Mick Foley?
Yeah, Mick Foley, yeah. He lives right down there.
It's a beautiful town. I like St. James. It's cute. But I didn't like to commute from St. James down to Manhattan. It was a 2 hour one way, 2 to 3 hours one way, and then coming home, 4 hours minimum.
Yeah, forget
it. When especially getting off to like 5 o'clock, the time you get home, it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
That's exactly what I mean. I don't go out at certain times, like unless I got to.
That's just on the Long Island Railroad. So time to get home is about 10 o'clock at night, and you're like working from 5 o'clock in the morning. Catch the 4 o'clock train, and then start work at 7, and then do that whole routine again. Yeah, it was no fun.
I think I took the train twice to Lake Ronkonkoma.
That's the bigger station, at least for like the center of the island. I mean, it's that's the one I use. I use the Ronkonkoma station if I go to the city because you don't have to transfer and shit. Or if you do, it's in like Jamaica, Queens, or something, and you pretty much like get off and get back on a train. Like it's pretty easy.
Really, Mr. Lee? Oh man, seeing Richie has made my day, man. Whatever.
He's so late to the party. Like,
no, man, he should have been on here.
I called him now. He won't even come on.
He's a pussy. Sorry. Well, guys,
tell us how you really feel.
You should been here when he was at my house. Only if you were a fly on the wall.
Well, I behaved.
He was good. He didn't really complain about anyone. Just about me. Shut up, Richie. Shut up.
Not at all. No, man, we had a good time. I enjoy hanging out with you and the crew. Mr. Lee says, "Don't get salty, Mogs." Be a pussy, Lee. Anyway, well, listen, guys. If you guys anything pressing you guys want to talk about, because we're a little over 2 hours, and
No, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, dude. Thanks for coming on. Anytime.
All right, guys. You guys will have a good night.
I ain't kidding about some bagels here. Mike. I give you my address. Send me some bagels.
All right, you got it, bro.
Talk to you later.
Take it easy, buddy. Richie, man, I'm happy you came on tonight, man. It was good to see you.
You too. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good talking with you.
All right, everybody, have a great night. Talk to you later.
All right, dude.
God bless.
Thanks, Richie. You too, and thank you again.
No problem.
Charlie, when you get that, if you need help with that, as far as figuring out anything on the script or how you want to do things, we'll go over it before we record and everything. But just stay in touch. Let me know if you need help.
Oh, I definitely will.
Right on. Well, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thank you for having me. Everybody, have a good night.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon, man. Thank you.
See ya.
Good night. Well, guys, that was a good show, I believe. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope everybody had a good night. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Everybody that was on the show and everybody just watching, I'm thrilled that we get to do this. It's just, it's fun. It's my sanity, just being able to hang out, and because I don't go out anymore. I don't do shit anymore. Once I get back west, actually going back west, I might do some recording and kind of keep a journal or something on the travels, and we'll see. But Jimbo, thank you. Jimbo says, great one, Mogs. Very cool. So, guys, if you guys enjoyed the show, please hit that like button below. Share. Subscribe if you're new. What else? Oh, if you guys are so inclined and you want to donate to the channel, you can do so. I will put the PayPal link in the description below or up above on the banner on the page. It's in the lower right-hand corner for PayPal. It's up to you. Not gonna beg. Stevie says, let me in, Mogs. You shouldn't have forgot your key, Stevie. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you in 2 days. We'll do this again on Thursday night. Check out those links that were posted to all the different channels. I'm glad we got, some new people in here tonight. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. You guys have an amazing night. Peace and God bless.